and welcome to Material Monday. So today we're taking a break from the stitching. I have been stitching, but I wanted to show you this my stitched book that I made. So actually let me show you the book. So this was actually a panel that I'd created. It's been wax resist, and there was like some faces on here, and then I decided to make a book out of it. It's this is wax resist, and then there's some elements painted on there, and then on the back this has been painted, or the inside this has been painted, and here are my stitches. So I did a project. It was a 100-day project, but I did 50 days of stitches. That's all I could do. I tried. And I was working my way through this. I've had this for so many years. I don't know when it came out, but 1967. Oh my gosh. 1967, look at that. Wow. So it's got 100 embroidery stitches, and I was determined to make my way through each of them. But I just couldn't do it. After I got to 50, and I thought to myself, do you know what? I'm never gonna. You can't even see. The sun's coming in the studio. I just thought to myself, the remaining stitches, I'm not gonna use for the kind of things that I do. Yeah, the kind of things that I'm doing. These are the stitches that were left. I mean, some of them may be like Portuguese border stitch, who knows, maybe raised chain band. So let me just go from 50. So these were the ones that were left. I mean, I might do that one, sheaf stitch, seedling stitch. So some of them I've kind of like, I do them now depending on, but not, I don't think any of these. Yeah, none of these. But I was just, and maybe the brick stitch and Florentine stitch. So I might even come back to this. I won't say never. But at the time, I couldn't do it anymore. I just had my fill of stitches. So let's have a look through these. I just use a straight stitch now, and I just create different patterns with that. But you can see some of this. I'm not going to tell you all the stitches, but you might recognize them. Let me just come in a little bit more. Okay, and we'll just go through the book. And sometimes that's all you can do. Sometimes you just, you know, I'm glad I did them because it showed me that I could. So now, you know, I can go back over them and I can look at a stitch, see how I did it. I'll keep the book with it. I'm going to create another little pocket for this so it can stay together. I was doing a different stitch a day, so you've got several stitches on each page. And this material actually is just a it's my son's old school uniform. So yeah, I would just cut up and cut it into squares and see what I was going to use it for. So some of them I like, some of them I'll probably need to practice a bit more to get the full hang of it, but I'm glad that I did it. So you can incorporate some of these stitches into your mixed media work and your stitch projects, and it will add to them and give them, you know, as opposed to just the straight stitch. But I mean, you see that I alternate and, you know, create patterns with that straight stitch. It's very versatile. But sometimes you want like a stitch to fill, like I use the this is French knot bullion stitch. I don't know what happened to this one. That one said, I've had enough. It's needed to be pulled a bit tauter. But yeah, some of them I was still trying to get the hang of. But as I say, I'm glad I got through them. So I think there are other, I'll leave a list of, if you're interested in learning new stitches, I'll leave a link to my Amazon store. I'll leave some book linked in the description, but in my Amazon store I've got a stitched sewing section that you can see all the tools and supplies that, you know, if you might need them, then you're able to access them. But as I say, I'm glad I created this book, and I'm going to be adding a little pocket here for this, so it's always with them, so that if I want to add, I can still add more. But I've got this book with the stitches so that I can just look through it and practice. So I hope that's been useful. I think you didn't see that bit where I was talking about the section. I'm going to create a little panel here, a little pocket here, and put the book in, and then they'll all be together. And probably a clasp. Just put a little clasp here, or one of those studs. Last week I showed you the studs, my main sewing kit. So I'll find a way to just hold that in place. Yeah, but that's it. This side is slightly, actually it's not faded, that's the way it turned out. So that's my stitch books. I hope that little bit of inspiration has made you think about the kind of stitches that you do, and maybe to even try and experiment. So I shall see you again, and with that the sun is coming out to greet us, so you take care and stay blessed.